in Buena Park right now. I'm about to head over to Long Beach to meet up with a homie, Dean. We met him last Born Free. We'll kind of break it down later, but we're gonna go check out his bike, his garage, and how he rolls. So just roll with. Just to recap, like, we met Born Free last year, right?
I think so, yeah. I think I introduced myself to you guys while you get eating lunch or something.
Yeah, we were sitting down, you're like, hey, what's up? And then we finally met.
Yeah.
But since then, dude, we've stayed in contact, and you live super close to, like, Chopper Nizzle and all the homies, like, in Long, like, you're in the heart of it, bro.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I grew up at this house.
I was about to ask right now, so this is your home from when you grew up in?
Yeah, I grew up here forever, and then I just moved up. I moved across the street, my dad bought that house, and then we had to sell it. And then I moved just up the street to a little duplex with my wife and my kids. So my mom was actually kind enough to let me kind of use this as like a shop.
Oh, this space at least.
Yeah, just the garage, everything else, you know, it's her house, but.
No, cool. No, I mean, that's kind of how it was at my mom's. She was like, yo, like, do whatever you want as long as you leave the laundry side free.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you sold a Sporty.
I did sell this Sporty. I mean, it's like funny timing. I was like, I don't know, it was like bittersweet because I put so much work into it.
Yeah, that thing's nice.
But I've been looking at Dyna's, man, and I'm like, fuck, Dyna's just so sweet.
Okay.
I want something bigger, and like, the Sportster wasn't a chopper per se, but it still hurt my back, and I thought I'd rather have only one bike that hurts my back when I ride it, and this will just be it.
Yeah, I want to freaking do a deep dive on this because this is interesting, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like every other shovel, but the parts on it, to me, are what make it unique, for sure.
That and, man, your hands are on this, bro. Your time, everything, so.
Yeah, I mean, the bike, when I originally got this bike, it wasn't hardtailed. The story behind it is I found it on Craigslist, and I met this guy, and he said he bought it from the son of a Hell's Angel. Oh. And the Hell's Angel sold it to his son, and then his son sold it. And when I originally got the bike, it had a bunch of red and skulls, and it was all black, and like those are the tanks up here. And this is, like, the primary cover, and I guess it had like SS's on it, like that was that was the cover for the tanks.
Okay, I have an idea. Do you have pictures of it like that?
I do have pictures. I'll send you some pictures. Like this ugly fender on it, and like I threw it up there because it's so bulky. I didn't want it on the ground, but it looks good up there anyway. So
yeah.
Right.
What city was this purchased in? Do you know, or even where it's from?
I don't know where it's from, but I got it in Signal Hill. Yeah, there's actually a guy right across the street from Pacifico Cycles.
Oh, okay.
So I just saw it on Craigslist, and the guy had it for $8. And when I got there, he didn't even talk him down. He was like, I'll sell it to you for $6. And I was like, okay.
Damn. Was it running? Or
it was a running bike, yeah.
Oh, damn. For $6. And how long ago did you purchase it?
I bought that last year. Like January 20th or something.
Bro, because that price doesn't even sound like a recent price. That sounds like it came up.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely come up, and then I actually never rode it. I kind of just brought it back home and just instantly started taking it apart. I was too excited to get it going, and it took this long to get it to where it's at. I mean, I juggle so many other responsibilities, so. That's
what I was gonna bring up too, man. A lot of people are fortunate enough to like do all this stuff in their spare time and downtime, and then a little bit of girlfriend time, and they zone out. But from what I know, you have a family. It's you.
Yeah, it's me, my wife, and my son Theodore. So, and he's like almost 2. So I got it when he was like not even 1. It's really just finding the time to come work on it, and they're far and few between. So like whenever I get a chance to touch it, I'm excited. So.
Okay, yeah. See, because I don't know like why. I understand, dude. Motorcycles, building them, riding them, built or bought doesn't matter. Like it's dope to get all in the zone with it, but I mean, I like to know if you've got that much passion behind an inanimate object, like what fuels you daily, which I know it's your family. Well, your garden. Is that it? You're really big with it. Do you mind if we check that out at some point later today?
Right now it's all pretty much dead. We can. I mean, that's like my mom's area.
It's all good.
But yeah, I've always gardened and stuff. I've always had a big garden. Like when I lived across the street, I had a huge garden. I used to grow a lot of weed and stuff. So, but I've always had a green thumb. I never really stopped. Like at my house right now, I have a bunch of plants growing in pots because I'm renting. I don't want to plant anything in the ground.
Oh,
okay. It's so nice to have all the plants. My kid loves watering, so I teach him how to do all that stuff, and so it's just kind of like whatever I do, my kid does with me. So I might as well just keep a the good stuff like gardening bikes.
Ah, okay. And then I'm sure he spent some time with you, like when you're tinkering in here.
Oh, dude, he loves it. I mean, he loves. I give him the air compressor and he'll like start hitting stuff. He'll try and put freaking screwdrivers down my exhaust or my seat post.
Oh.
Probably kill me. Take the hammer to my tank, and I'm like, okay.
Oh, okay, we're not doing that today.
Yeah, so we got him, you know, his little big boy's workshop, so he has something to mess with.
Yeah.
He'd rather use the big boy tools, so.
Really?
And, he'll go straight in here and grab all the crap, so. But he's the best, so.
That's awesome. And like, I mean, I know nothing's ever set in stone, but I mean, I could say I'm taking this to the grave. Like, do you have any idea where you are with this bike, where it's gonna be, or is it? It's not. You're not set as a keeper or anything. It's just.
This is a forever bike. I mean,
there we go.
Here's the thing, like, this Honda Shadow was my first bike.
Oh, this is your first bike.
This is total dumb. So there's a long story behind that. I actually bought that bike off of Eric over at Casa Customs back in 2017 or 18, and I took that to Sturgis and back with my pops, and then I totaled it the following year. Don't drink and ride.
Okay.
And so.
Damn.
And I was never into building bikes or anything. I kind of just like riding. And this is the first bike I actually got my hands dirty with. So.
And you said it's rolling up on a year?
Yeah, it's a little over a year, maybe a year, 5 months or something.
Damn.
A year and 6 months, but I never knew how to work on bikes. So this is like, I learned the hard way a lot on this bike.
I was about to ask, like, how did you go about, because there's a few ways people go about it. Some of them do like the full YouTube rabbit hole. Some of them, you know, ask for help and go out and everything. And some people just, you know, oh, I got this. And then they don't got this. Then they backtrack, so.
Well, it's a little all of the above. I couldn't have done this without a lot of my friends. Like, I've gotten a lot of help.
Yeah, I saw Aaron fab up some stuff too.
Yeah, so Aaron, he mounted my gas tank. He welded this little bung in so we could just throw it on.
Yeah.
He tapped up here too, and then I had Junior's handmade do the hardtail.
Oh, nice.
Aaron also mounted the fender and the sissy bar. This was his originally, but he let me use it, which is cool.
Oh, damn. So wait, this is the original frame, huh?
That's the original frame.
Sick.
Yeah.
And then the hardtail, like, was it something that was purchased and thrown on, or was it just straight up made?
So I got a throttle addiction hardtail, and I just kind of gave the frame and the hardtail to Scotty from Junior's Handmade, and he just did it.
Nice.
Yeah, so he did a killer job. Yeah, so I'm like I said, I got a lot of help from a lot of people.
Yeah.
And like, I'm not a do-it-myself kind of guy, but when I do it by myself, it's learning the hard way. It's stripping shit. Just doing everything the wrong way until you get it right, which I think is cool because that's how you fucking learn.
Yeah.
So,
It humbles you too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know, because, you know, I'm not a super religious dude, but the only thing I could take from it is like the virtue of humility. Like, I'm big on humility, and like you could tell some people haven't gone through it. You could tell they got their chest out a little too much, you know. But when you have to go through it like this, and yeah, you can't help but, you know, when you feel a bit defeated and then you find the right way, you appreciate things.
Dude, the nights I've sat just for hours in here staring at it, like, fuck this bike, I want nothing to do with it. Have been pretty frequent, you know. So. But then you finish it and you do it, and it's like, oh, I finished. The feeling of completion is way more satisfying to me than just handing it to someone and saying, do it for me.
I say there's a fine line. Some people think you either throw in the towel or you gotta do it all yourself and be like a builder. No one highlights the gray area. Everyone just wants to show you like the best of the best builders, or the guy who's like, oh, I found this in the storage. But there's no in between of like, oh yeah, like I did as much as I could, but I took this here. The results of the guy who built it, the guy who bought it, and the guy who did everything in between, if they end up smiling after, who cares about the rest, you know? But I think people are way too focused on that, man.
I never really knew what I was doing.
Oh.
So I didn't really want to show anyone. It's like, I'm like too embarrassed to show anyone. It can be intimidating because there's people who are not the nicest, but most people are really welcoming for questions and stuff, which I think is really, really cool. And I guess it's growing, right? I mean,
it is definitely growing. A lot
of people are riding choppers and getting motorcycles, and a lot of people I know asking me about bikes, and I'm like, oh man, you're gonna spend a lot of money. Yeah,
money, time. I mean, these become a completely different tax bracket. I mean,
oh, Jesus.
I was gonna say, so like of the heart of the motor, what is like not original, but like was it just a transplant, just one in or out and back in?
I guess the only thing that's original from when I got it is the engine, the transmission, and the back wheel. So it's like a 75 engine with a 75 frame, 65 transmission.
Oh, sick.
So I got the good one on that. I know these are aftermarket heads. I think they're like, because they're dual plug, I think they're big bore.
Oh, damn.
Because this thing has crazy compression. Besides that, I'm pretty sure it's all original. I mean, it was obviously rebuilt with the heads.
Yeah.
Besides, I don't know what else. It had an electric ignition.
Oh, nice.
But I threw points in just because I don't want to fuck with electric ignition. If it goes out, you're kind of fucked.
Yeah, you want to just be able to kick and dip.
Yeah, kick and dip, exactly.
Yeah, because, man, that is a problem. Because I think on Anthony's bike, the shovel, like, we actually recorded a video of his recently, but he was about to kick it over. And, like, something was shorting from the taillight. We didn't know it was from the taillight. So as he tried to kick it, all the lights were off. I was like, it doesn't matter if your battery's dead, you can kick it, right? He's like, nope, electronic ignition. I was like, dude, that sucks. Okay, now I get the allure of the kick.
Spark. I mean, that's why people run magnetos. You don't need a battery.
The magnetos are sick.
Those are finicky, dude. I don't know. I don't know anything about them. I'm not gonna act like I know anything about them, but
nah, I just barely found out they freaking keep your bike on, bro.
Yeah, it's so weird, man.
What fender is this?
That is just a lowbrow Wassel, or not Wassel, yeah, Wassel fender, I'm pretty sure. When it comes to names of things, I blank constantly.
You're good, dude.
I work on it and then I forget the names of everything. So everyone's like, "What's this? What's that?"
You're just trying to get it running.
Yeah, I just want to get it running.
Yeah. So what's the current state of it right now?
So it kicked over.
Okay.
I had Aaron help me with that. But recently it's been having trouble kicking over, but the spark plugs are fouled. So I actually bought some new ones. I just bought them yesterday, so we'll throw them in eventually and see what happens.
Have you adjusted the valves or tappets or whatever?
Like the points and stuff?
Yeah.
Again, I don't know what I'm doing.
You're good.
So I learned from like doing it. So I had Aaron come over and show me how to do the points, and he adjusted the lifters, and we got it to kick over that day.
Okay. Oh, so yeah, you're
runs. I've never actually ridden this bike. I need to clarify.
Yeah, not yet.
It, and I am terrified to ride it because I built it. So like, there's like, who knows what's gonna happen? But it's definitely on its way. Within this month, I'll be riding it for sure.
It's really damn near complete. It seems like fine tuning now.
Yeah, it's all fine tuning and Loctiting.
Fine tuning and Loctite. Was this the front end that came on it?
No. So the front end is actually over there. That was the original.
Oh, okay.
Front end.
That's like a late model wide glide, and then you got the early on there.
So these are 48 trees.
That's what it looks like, because I'm looking at that spacing, bro. That's fine.
Yeah, these are horrible. So no, this like I think like the first year painted trees, I'm pretty sure. And then so I actually got this front end from Jeremiah from Love Cycles at Chopperfest. I had to carry this bitch out.
Oh, dude, really?
Yeah, and he was like, give it to you for this much, and I was like, oh hell yeah. So
what?
It's an 8 over.
As is, huh?
As is.
Dude.
8 over, yeah. So.
And then the wheel, what setup are you?
Just a lowbrow spool. I got it from my buddy James and his dad. They gifted it to me, which I think is cool.
Damn, that's tight, dude.
Then I bought these Paco pipes off my buddy James.
A lot of in-house deals, huh?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the stuff is like swap meet shit too, you know, like I got these from the swap, I think like $10.
There you go.
I got the PM brakes. I have one over there, but I saw. I got that from the swap meet at, you know, at Vets. I think I got both for like $200 or something.
Hell yeah. Damn, and a year with this bike. If you could name something that it taught you, because I know you're not the same person you were, like, getting it till now. Like, what did it teach you? Because this is an old bike, man. This ain't like a hop on and go to Sturgis type bike, you know?
I mean,
so far
corny, but I guess patience. Because you want to get it done. You want to get it done and ride it, but then you learn there's so many other aspects of doing it, and the variables when it comes to like getting the right part, and even if it fucking fits or not. So at the end of the day, it's just patience, I think. And again, it's finding the time between being a dad and working, and living a family life, all at the same time when I can touch it. So it's, again, it all boils down to patience.
I mean, for sure the patience side and also the family part too. I respect that, because a lot of people ask me right now, like, oh, what's the next project? And the next thing I can think of is a family, man, because I think if we have it in us, you know, it ends up happening, you go for it and you make it work. But everyone, just like anything big, like anything major in life that can happen, that's a big change. Doesn't matter if it's like going to a new school or moving, or you know, buying a bike you don't even know about. And not to compare to having a kid, but like in that same realm, the idea will always stump you so much harder to, you know, than it is, not end result, but when you're doing it. Yeah. Which I'm not making light of a family or anything like that, but at the same time, like, we're walking and breathing, and some of us grew up with way less, you know.
Oh, so. Yeah. I mean, raising a kid is weird, dude.
Wait, do you feel like an adult or a dad, or do you still not?
Look, you grow up real fast.
Yeah.
Suddenly you have to provide, you know, and it's a lot of work, but it's the most gratifying, especially like my son, he's almost 2 in August.
Okay.
He's a toddler, and he's just like a monster at times, but he's the sweetest at times. So it's really cool to just hang out, and I go home and he goes, Dad, I'm like, oh crap, like this is so it's like surreal. Everyone has a different experience when it comes to raising a kid. And I've been nothing but lucky. He's happy and healthy, so
That's awesome. Of course, you know, I know you're stoked on this bike, but if you could actually name 3 things like off the top of your head that you're generally grateful for, just 3 things, whether it's like
I'm grateful for my wife. She's solid. She's a really good mom. She's a good wife. I'm grateful for my dad. He taught me a lot how to be a man or whatever. So that's important stuff, whatever. And then I guess I'm grateful for my friends. You know, I mean, without a lot of help from them, I wouldn't. You know, it's a lot. So
yeah,
but they're like friends, family, and just
like the people you keep.
The people you keep. You know. So I mean, that's what I'm grateful for, essentially.
Yeah.
For my kid, you know.
Of course, I know anyone online is watching. They're just like, hurry up, let's see the bike. Let's talk about the bike. But I mean, there's someone behind this bike, and the person that was driven to do this. If you're driven to spend a year and some time and money on something that you're gonna be able to just ride and it's a physical object, like I can only imagine if you could put that kind of patience, time, and willingness into learning and all that stuff to love this, then I can only imagine what behind this is pushing you, and your family, your people you keep around, your friends.
Yeah, I mean, life's too short to just be miserable and not do what you want.
Yeah.
You gotta teach that to kids too,
Oh, for sure.
So.
Yeah, because it is a really weird generation we're in. Like, even people who've lived through a couple will say that this one's weird. But at the same time, yeah, dude. So, as far as this bike goes, a year, like, is it registered? Does it look like it's almost a
registered.
day?
I'm bummed. The guy I got it from, he said it came with the blue and yellow plate. And he was like, oh, I'll let you know when I find it. And he just never hit me back. And I texted him, he's like, I still can't find it. And I'm like, man, like, so.
Is this actual, like, original plate number? Or did you have to get that
I had
issued?
to get a new one. Yeah.
It's all good, dude.
It's such a bummer, but.
It's those little things no one would know, but.
Yeah. I mean, the guy who I bought it from, he had, like, this meth head worker. And I guess that guy rode the bike, and he was all stoked on it. He really wanted to buy it, but he didn't have the money.
Okay.
I mean, for whatever reason, obviously. And I bought it, and I think when I came back to get it, the guy was, like, fucked out, like, upset, obviously, that someone else was buying it. So I think he, like, took some things off and, like, kept it for himself.
Oh.
I don't know. I'm not blaming anyone. I don't know what happened, but I wanted that damn plate, and I never got it. So.
Some dudes could just paint it, but it's not the same thing, bro.
You ever see like license plates at the swap that are blue and yellow? You can buy those and then give them to the DMV, and they can redo them for your license plate. So you can get an original plate. It'll just be your number.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a lot of work that I don't have the patience to go do yet.
Yeah, no, you're good, man.
I want to go to the DMV.
No one likes the DMV, I think. Yeah. Was this points cover already on there?
No, so the one that was on it, it was red with a skull on it.
Oh, okay.
And so I took it off, and I actually found them at the swap for like $1, and I was like, screw it, it's chrome, I'll throw it on.
That's sick. That thing looks like it came out of Bridgerton, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, and then
so it's not a complete bike. I'm still looking for random shit to put on it, but it works for the time being.
Oh yeah, for sure. And like you said, it kicked over. You got spark. It glugged and everything. I mean,
yeah, it started. It definitely starts. It's just she's a squirter, man. It leaks a lot of oil.
Oh, that's what's happening.
I replaced the crankshaft seal, and it's still leaking. And I have to start it again to see what's leaking and just kind of diagnose from there. So
what have you gotten into? You said crankshaft seal. Anything else that you've gotten into on this motor or trans or anything yet? Or
I took the kicker cover off to inspect the throwout bearing and whatnot. I haven't opened up the transmission. That shit scares me.
Yeah, if it works, I wouldn't.
If it works, it works. That's about it. I mean, it had the closed primary, so I put the Primo Rivera open belt drive on it.
Damn.
I can go over what's on it. I mean, this is just like a lowbrow Frisco tank. These are Silverback Moto bars.
Silverback Moto?
Had to make for me.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, like, yeah, you had to get these made.
Yeah, this is like Trident Supply. I actually got that from the swap. It had a scratch on it.
Was it from him, right?
It was from him.
Yeah.
He was selling like the busted ones, and I was like, I don't give a fuck. This
Yeah,
Sells to me for cheap.
I saw him doing that. He had a bunch of them out for like discounted just because there's a blemish or a scratch.
Exactly,
I'm like, dude, I respect someone who like will do that, but I wouldn't have even known.
Can't even see it.
Nah, bro,
Who cares?
it buffs out.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of this stuff is off like, you know, V-twin or whatever, like the master cylinder, and like I said, I got the Paco pipes. This oil bag is actually off. It was one of my dad's original panhead oil bags. He had like 3 of them.
Oh yeah, I was about to ask, man, like, cause
Yeah.
I couldn't help. My eyes kept looking this way. Like, so you say he had a panhead, or is this the one we're looking at right now?
So this is the panhead. So
that your dad owned?
he took it apart in '82. So he was racing it up to 605 and crashed.
Oh.
And I guess he got spooked. He took it apart. From what I remember, he told me he took it apart, planned on rebuilding it, then had kids and just never touched it again. I remember as a kid, this frame was way deep in the back by the bushes, all rusted out. He kept the engine in here, and like the wheels were all rusted out, and so like this is like the original seat, the sissy bar with
dude,
the fender. There's the tints. He had the Frisco gas tank.
Dude, okay, like, I mean, no pressure, but do you have any plans at all in the near future?
I just sandblasted it.
Oh, so you're doing stuff?
Yeah, I'm actually gonna have Aaron. He's gonna window this for me because this shit is ugly.
Oh, snap,
Yeah.
dude.
Got the booger welds. With
Bro,
the
honestly,
staple or something.
you know me, bro. Like, I don't be fabbing, but that I also don't do that
I
either.
mean, look at like he's gonna take
Oh,
this shit out,
bro. So he's gonna excavate, like.
Yeah. So whenever that happens, then I'm probably just gonna blast it black.
That's cool,
There's
dude.
the Springer up there.
Oh, dude, so he really had everything, huh?
Yeah. He was a master technician for like cars forever.
Like, was he hot rodding it all?
He used to have the Chevelle and the Porsche.
That's
and
what
all
I
that
thought,
stuff.
dude.
I think the bikes were kind of like an afterthought because a lot of my uncles ride.
Mhm.
They all ride old bikes and choppers and shit. And he moved out here from New York when he was like 16 or some shit. Met up with my uncle, and I think he just bought a Triumph. And like it was all chopped out, and then he got a Harley.
Damn, so you have most of the original stuff from this bike?
I have all the originals.
All?
Yeah.
Dude.
I mean, he went down. Like if you look,
Oh, then.
here's the exhaust, you know. And
Okay, so give or take, like, there's some things that you can't reuse. Like,
no, definitely. There's something that definitely can't reuse. But he had the mouse trap. You know, he had
dude,
a
he
bunch
was
of crap. The part's power right now. But
Dude, oh, that's exciting, man. Like, and that's why I think it's cool, because sometimes I'll see dudes like, you know, pulling up, oh, Panhead's my second bike and yada yada, and my first question is like, bro, like, did you sell your house? Like, how are you building this? But I like to see that because I don't know personally a lot of people that have these older motors.
yeah.
Maybe acquaintances, and we don't do a deep dive. We just kind of let it be. But it's nice to know someone personally who I know the story behind this, and that's worth more than money. I think is that it's your father's,
yeah,
bro.
There's never been sold. It's a 52, so it's an old one.
Dude.
But I'm excited to put it together. Like, you know, I really want to, but until this thing, I actually ride this, then I'll start touching it. I
Yeah.
think the frame was just the start because it was so rusted out. I was like, I feel bad. Just sitting there sad.
Dude, well, that will be a story in itself, man, because I think it's cool that your son is watching you, you know, build this, and that's a core memory, bro. By the time he's like 4 or 5 and he sees you on this thing, likewise to this, I mean, bro, this is a legacy too, bro.
I mean, the Shovelhead will be his one day. Like, it's gonna be his.
Okay.
And hopefully one day he can ride the shovel while I ride the pan or whatever. If he's not into bikes, who cares?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not gonna force him. But
That's how you feel about that, though? Like you would let it stay with the family?
all of it's gonna be his.
And then that's gonna be yours?
It's all gonna end up being his.
Dude.
So, I mean, I want to give him something tight.
Yeah.
You know, so.
You know, what's even funnier is I brought my DSLR and the 2 mic setups so we could do like a DSLR walk and talk, but this just happened so much more like naturally, so like I'm stoked on it. Yeah, because man, I don't have it in me. Like, as much as I'll nerd out digitally on the computer to cut and sew and put that stuff together, in person, that's when I can't make it weird, man. If it's flowing like this, I like it. Like, clearly I'll take shots with the camera and like get the close-ups, but other than that, this is flowy, man. That just blows my mind that you have your father's panhead there, bro. Like,
Yeah, I mean, it's an unfortunate inheritance, but it's mine now. So
like, you gotta take over it now. It's like when you win a car at a sweepstakes, you still gotta pay the sales tax. It's like, you got a panhead, you still gotta freaking.
yeah. No, I'm really excited to put it together. I don't know anything about, like I said, I started knowing nothing, so I think this is going to be a cool learning process, and doing this bike definitely will help me do that bike. So.
And I know you don't have the Sportster anymore. That thing was sick. Was that like your daily vehicle, or would you just bring it out like on leisure type stuff?
Leisure stuff. I mean, my wife is full-time. I'm full-time, so it's really whenever I get the chance to ride it. To say I'm like fucking riding every day, that's a lie. You know, I'm with my kid a lot, which I'm more than happy to be with him all the time.
Of course, yeah.
So when I could ride, I'd love to take that Sporty out. It was more or less just something I bought that I could ride in the meantime while I'm working on this, because you kind of need the project and then the daily, which I think is good, because you still need. Dude, riding is the best. Like, it's the one thing you're focusing on 100% during the time, and it's like I went to Born Free, we did Cooks, or like the People's Champ, and then like I did your turkey ride I think last year, which was a lot of fun. But you know, I take it out every like maybe once a week, the Sportster.
I like what you were saying too, is that like, you know, with your family and your kid and like your life, and then when you have the time you tinker. I can only imagine, like, I wouldn't say I'm jaded, but like with motorcycles being my only vehicle, like that's just a part of life. It's not a badge to wear. I mean, like, it's just how that is, and I still enjoy it. But at the same time, for you, I can only imagine the one day you give yourself after a busy day or week, and you hop on that bike. Oh, it probably feels like the first time every time.
That's the best.
Good. I like that.
I'm not here, bro. Fucking ride every day, bro. I really wish I could. I really wish I could.
You're like, I wish you can get one ride in at all with this for now.
Dude, I mean, when my kid's in kindergarten, bro, it's on. Like, it's fun.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'm like, all the time. Like,
dude, I know, like, be the cool dad that, like, straps him to the sissy bar, like, you know, bring him to school.
Yeah, dude, hit him with the bungee cord.
I think that's really interesting, because no one makes excuses, but I've heard the whole, like, oh, you know, I had a kid, and, you know, life happens. And I understand that, like, some situations are different, give or take, but when it's just, you know, you didn't have to move, you didn't have to do this, like, all that changed was that another life was in yours.
Yeah.
And people give the whole, like, I had to grow up, had to tap out. It's like, I think growing up is learning how to still be yourself and pay the bills. Like,
yeah, I mean, people want to make excuses, but it's like working out. Like, I love excuses because, like, you can just get up and do it.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Bro, I'm guilty of that. Because, like, I try to work out too, bro, but, like, some days I'll be like, it's a little late, I should start on something else. It's like, no, I had time. Yeah, 24 hours in a day, everyone's got it.
Yeah, so, I mean, but like you said, everyone's life is different. They have different circumstances. So I'm lucky enough to just find the time to do this and everything else I want to do at the same time. So
that's good, man, because from your feed, like, I love seeing that you're always with your kid. I love seeing that you're always attentive to the garden. You make time for this, and it looks well-rounded, because the problem with a lot of people, whether they've got a page going on or like a following or they don't, they'll give you the highlights or curate some side of their life where it feels like a little like, oh, let me clock into my little whoever I am. And then in real life, I do this. I see you give it all. I see you watering the garden. I see you tinkering on this and having Aaron come by. Then I see you, you know, walking with your kid and stuff, to where it makes me feel good to know that I see another human living this life, rather than you go to someone's page and it's just a highlight reel of only my bike or only building or only the big rides.
Sure, yeah.
To where it's like, well, is there a human behind that? Does he have a life? And that's why I think it's great to be able to talk to you about that, man.
It's not like I'm only posting the bike or whatever. Like, I'm gonna post what I enjoy doing. I'm posting me. So that's what's important to me. So I'll just show people not what they want to see, but like
who you are.
If they want to see it, they'll see it regardless. Like,
yeah.
If that makes any sense.
No, that does, because the internet makes you want to, not makes you, but makes people feel like they need to curate who they are, when in reality that's not how it was. People used to just live. Yeah. They didn't have to think out their captions and hashtags, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why, like, I'm trying to translate that to what we do. It's like, it ain't that deep, but at the same time, you can get something out of this. We like to reach out to people, make it more personal.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's well said. So I just blasted this though in rust, and
so okay, that's spray paint. And what about this? What's going on here?
So this is just matte black, and I only did matte black because these are, apparently you're supposed to Bondo these because there's ripples in it.
Oh yeah.
And with the gloss, it shows like crazy. So I'm like, I'll just do matte. You don't see it. But a part of me wishes I did gloss, because fuck it, dude. This shit looks tight to me, man. The ripples, like, it's just it's like the raw fucking gas tank. Like, but everyone Bondos, and I'm like, I don't want to do that. So.
Yeah, bro. Like, I respect people that do the craft of like freaking, oh, I molded over the welding and they make it all legit. Like, that's sick, bro. If you're into that, but like, you know, also. I like to embrace imperfections. It's like,
it's not a show bike.
Yeah.
And I fucking like when paint, like, your paint on the Sporty's sick. I
thank
like
you.
a sick paint job, but I don't know. I kind of just, it's not like I said, it's not a show bike. I just kind of threw it together. It's like a zombie bike, dude. So I'll just do the tins cool, and if they get scratched, they get scratched. I don't care. Like when my kid hits him with the hammer, like tries to scratch up something, I'm like, that's how it sits now. So, okay.
Dude, that is so sick. Does it fire up at all? Like, I'm not asking YouTube. I'm saying, does it?
It'll fire, yeah. So
it won't just stay on though.
Recently, I had Aaron over here, and I was like, oh, I'm kicking and kicking, it's not going, and he's like, I'll come over and like see what's up with it, and like it fired once, but it wouldn't kick, and I'm pretty sure it's just a spark plug. So I just got some new ones. I'll throw them in and see what happens, because they were fucking fouled, like, they were just super black and like wet with gas. So
yeah, I mean, like not today, but I'm saying if you have a chance, if you could just like freaking phone stand it and do it, just so I could add the clip in, because like I can only imagine me watching this video and then I'm like, where's the sound clip or anything?
Yeah, but a part of me is like, I get embarrassed about the bike, because like I still feel like it's like imposter syndrome. I don't feel like I should be doing this. So like when I'm like, I'm gonna kick it in front of someone, I get like, oh, like I don't know, like,
really,
should I do it or should I not,
bro? Here, the camera's off, bro. No, the camera's off.
It ain't gonna start, bro. Like,
yeah, come on, don't say that. Oh, actually, it might not.
I mean, we can try.
Yeah,
I haven't put the new spark plugs in, but we can just try. The only thing is it's got the lean from the 8-over, so I gotta put this on.
Oh, you're right. No, you're good. This is the reality of it, though, man. Like, bro, it ain't a highlight reel over here, man. This is reality, ladies and gentlemen. Sick.
I didn't prime it first. Yeah, I don't even know what I'm doing, bro.
It was at a last kick every time, bro. You said it did start though, right?
Yeah. Seats. Get the plugs. I'm done.
We'll be waiting on that video, bro.
Once I put the spark plugs in, it'll probably go.
Yeah.
I could do it right now, but I'm gonna dip.
No, screw that. I'm tired watching you, bro.
Gets my heart going, man. I'm like, to hear it start, it's like, ooh, you know?
Hey, but last thing, not last thing, but one of the last things, what seat are you rocking?
So that is a love seat. Or, sorry, love seat by Butt Seats.
Oh, Butt Seats, okay.
Number 96.
Damn.
It's got a horse hide.
Jeez. That's nice.
You can sit on it, bro.
Oh, that's scary, bro. Speaking of imposter syndrome.
Nah, I mean, it's fucking good.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's see the stance real quick. Cause man, I'm excited for you to fire this thing up. Oh yeah, you're chilling, dude.
Yeah, these are the OG Anderson pegs.
Oh, OG, huh? Not even repop?
No.
Hell yeah, dude.
So it's pretty good, you know?
Hell yeah.
I'm excited to ride it.
I mean,
when I finally do.
Yeah, I mean, bro, I know it's like some people might read into it like, oh, you didn't get to fire it right then and there, but dude, like, it's already all there. Like, it'd be different if I pulled up with an empty frame. It's like, okay, bro, like,
yeah, I'm not sure about that.
That's sick, dude. I'm excited.
What they want, who cares?
Hell yeah.
People exist, dude. You have to get help. You have to ask questions. You can't. That's how you learn.
So who could do, like, off the top of your head, who do you know who's helped either welding stuff on, fabricating, installing, teaching? Like, who's helped you with this? Cause
so first was Scotty from Junior's Handmade. He did the hardtail. Aaron, Aaron did the sissy bar and rear fender and my gas tank. He helped me adjust the points and the lifters.
And you learned from that, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. He showed me a bunch of shit. He showed me how to do all the wiring, and then I kind of he showed me what I did wrong, and then I switched it up. Eric did a lot of he did like the brake stay tab and the brake switch tab, and my buddy James, he's helped me a lot with this because he owns a shovel and he's learned from like really cool people, and it's just getting feedback from other people and just taking all that in and trying to learn from it. And because again, it's not like I did this all by myself, for sure.
Yeah,
like, there's no way I could have done this.
Like, some people do it, and honestly, like, more power to them.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, man, it doesn't make your situation any less. You know, it just makes it different.
Yeah, the amount of times I was texting people at 1 a.m. like, dude, I need your help right now, and it's like I'm probably bugging them, but like I'm just trying to get that info so I can like keep it going, you know.
Yeah, because I like we were I think off camera discussing is that we respect people that build, of course. We respect people that just like to keep their stuff clean and live a good life. And there's that in between. It's not like you have to choose one or the other. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna bring my motor to a shop and have them build the whole bike, or it doesn't mean, oh, do everything yourself, or you know, nothing. You just got to know, not even necessarily like when to ask for help, but it's just like be open to it.
Yeah, I mean, shout out YouTube, shout out Pacific Mike, dude. He's the Bob Ross of like choppers. Dude. So without his videos, man, there would have been a lot of stuff I didn't know how to do. There's just, you know, YouTube definitely helps. There's videos out there.
Yeah, I want this video to even help someone who like, because don't get me wrong, a million videos of people who build, like people who do it, but we are not a YouTube channel that highlights builders or even like choppers in general. It's about people, and people like ourselves, everyday people, and you're an everyday person, and you're the best person, you're the best Dean you could be, bro. And like, this is the result of it, whether you had to outsource certain things or not, bro. This is the product of it, and you should be proud. I know you're proud of it, bro.
Yeah, I'm definitely proud. Like,
yeah,
get a manual, you know. The manuals, I hate reading, but you gotta do it, dude. You gotta learn all that nonsense.
Yeah, man. I mean, so you said, you know, multiple hands have been on this, your own, ours, and you know, clearly it's here. I think that's the biggest thing we could highlight on this is that, bro, like, this is a really sick bike. You didn't have to like freaking, this might have taken way longer to get to this point if you had too much pride, and you're like, oh, build not buy, I gotta do it all myself, homie, I don't need no help. And then like, you might have, don't get me wrong, some people do it.
Yeah.
Some people just nail it and learn. And that's why there's some people. They're not everyone, bro.
Yeah, I mean, the amount of money I've spent on like the same part because I fucked the first one up trying to install it. I'm not ashamed to say that.
Bro,
so.
every day we're learning, dude. I think to the grave you should be like open to like learn.
Didn't even know how to bleed brakes, and then Eric let me use this tool and I just kind of figured it out, and I was like, I know how to bleed brakes now.
Yeah, see?
Okay.
Bro, it's the little wins, dude. I think I had brought that up at some point. Like, some guy who builds these for a living might change his handlebars out and change his headlight out and like just see it as just quick work. But to us, bro, a brake bleed is a win.
Oh yeah.
You know,
I
so it's like,
good when I could actually stop it when I wanted out to try and take a picture of it, you know?
Yeah, that's why it's like, if you do think about it like that, it's like, you know, more power to the people that are always like building and doing all this immaculate stuff. But at the same time, like, it takes a lot more for them to get that win, and they want to keep working at it. As to people like us, bro, like, pumping gas is a win to me, bro. It just feels good to get out, you know? So it's about enjoying the little things and, you know, taking the wins with it, learning, of course. And I mean, I'm sure this is a humbling experience from how you got it, which I want to throw that picture in, bro. Like, I'm sure you have. Hell yeah.
It was a weird looking bike. I mean, it was just not what I liked.
You just saw the heart and where it could go.
Oh, yeah.
That's so funny.
Taking inspiration from like, not like certain people, but from all the bikes I've seen at either Born Free or on Instagram. It's like you kind of get this idea of what you like. I mean, it's, you know, it's the same shit. Like, they all kind of blend into like the same bike, but it comes down to the details and what you like about it. Like, some people don't like long front ends, some people don't like Fusco tanks, like, or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
Just do it how you want it. Stop trying to impress people. Like,
yeah, man. Yeah, and that's why it's cool too. There are people that like build purely just to better themselves, but I feel like the internet makes it easy for people to feel like they have to go in a different direction or make it a certain way to like not be accepted, but like to not feel like an imposter, you know? And I hope this channel helps people understand that.
Like, when I look at this bike, I just like looking at it, you know?
Yeah, and that's yours, bro. Like you said, like, sometimes you can't even like accept that it's yours, but it is, bro. Nah, that's neat.
I do want to change this back tire. I'm gonna put like a Firestone.
Okay.
It's like some performance.
I was gonna say, this is like dailyable. Like, that's like just, you know, but if you're just gonna bring this out to stunt, yeah, you
Let's make it a little sketchier. So.
Hell yeah, bro.